I arrived in this parish in 2016, and when I first arrived as parish priest, there were lots of good things happening in the parish. But one thing that I was aware of is that we weren't really feeding people spiritually. And so while there was lots of activity, what was lacking was groups and events that were helping people to grow in their spiritual lives.
I'd say that Mass was a bit sleepy. It was transactional. So parishioners would come in, they'd expect to be clericalised by the priest for an hour, and then they go home, and then they come back next week, and it's more of the same.
I appreciated other people had a joy that they got from their faith, and that was fine. They would do them, I would do me.
My desire really as parish priest was to bring the parish alive, to be able to motivate people and to inspire people to be able to fulfill the potential that I could see in our parish. So I've always been interested in parish renewal, and I remember reading Divine Renovation, and I think what made this different from other books that I've read about parish renewal was that while it identified the problems, it also offered some practical solutions. And so by going through coaching, I was able to get a better understanding of what I felt that the Lord was calling us to as a parish. And that then meant that when we formed a leadership team, I was able to choose people who shared in that vision.
When I first joined the leadership team, Father Dan gave me Father James Mallon's book. I devoured it in about 2 days, and this brought everything to the journey we were about to take alive, and then I could understand exactly what Father Dan wanted and wanted to bring into the parish.
I think what we have seen happen over the last few years is a change in the language that is used within our parish, and parishioners are becoming much more comfortable and familiar with concepts like discipleship, the sense that Jesus has a plan for each one of us and that we can all play our part. I think being able to receive the expertise and the advice that Divine Renovation is able to offer meant that I was able to propose the ideas that I had and to be able to make those ideas into reality.
So it was important to set the vision, and then everything then moves on from the vision. Once you've got your vision, you can set your strategy. Once you've got your strategy, you can set the right structures in place to move the parish to renewal and to mission and away from maintenance.
And it's all based in the vision to make disciples. I understand what that relationship with Jesus means now. The journey I've had over the last few years has been a very fruitful and joyful one. There is a real sense that the Holy Spirit is working in this parish, and it's lovely to see, but it takes time, but it's working.
All of us are on this journey, and I'm very conscious of all of the things that we're not doing as a parish, but I look back and I can see how far we've moved. And while we may not know for certain where the destination is, what we know is that we don't want to go back.